Hello everybody, New Shindoza, it's Thursday.
New Shindoza here. And it's also Thursday, which is a stream night, typically, if life works out the way we want it to, like today.
Oh yes.
Well, actually it didn't work out the way we wanted to, but
okay,
we're here.
No, so today I would call today rough and tough, but you know, we're rougher and tougher.
This whole week's been kind of rough and tough, but like, we're managing. We did a lot of like, you know, we've been productive. Yeah? Anyways, how are you guys doing? And what are we playing today, Doza? Switching it up on you.
Well, another crab's treasure.
Yeah, and you said a crab fried this rice?
Well, someone did.
Who said that?
I don't know.
You
Who
don't
are you
know the
listening
reference?
to?
I'm not listening to nothing.
What do you think the original reference is? Like, who was the first person to like make that joke?
I don't know. And is it true that you don't get to see the first 10 seconds, Flo? Also, welcome, Flo. Like, I think like in the Let's Play later, the whole thing will be there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll make sense for people who watch it later, I think.
Right, so we said who we were, and then we said what game we're streaming, and
some other things. Yeah.
Ta-da! Okay.
Every time it's a little bit different. And that's true. Those that arrive here on time. Well, actually, if you have the live stream page open, oh my goodness, we're not standing by.
Sorry, no, we're not.
Room code in Discord.
No, we're good. There's no room code.
There's nothing.
Not a thing.
We're here. We're good. Hey Corey, how are you doing?
Good evening.
Good to see you.
How's it going?
And
Welcome
Kate,
back.
hello, fellow nerd. You know what's funny? Like Doza has two aunts that call each other nerd like regularly. I don't think we've ever talked about that on stream. But they'll like greet each other like hello nerd, like kind of like how you just came in. So it was kind of like one of those things where it's like, huh, that's a thing.
It is a thing, isn't it?
It just felt reminiscent of that, like when we hear them do that.
I don't know the origin story behind it.
We've never asked. We always say we're gonna ask, and then we never ask.
Yeah. True.
And hey, come on, how are you doing? And Voxboy, member for 23 months. YouTube making this 50 characters as evil ends. We'll never know. Evil and S? What is S? What does he want to say?
I may never know either. What am I doing?
I actually had to, funny about like characters, earlier, like about 2 hours ago, I had to write about like me and Doza in less than 140 characters for this thing. And I had to explain like us, like in a nutshell, like in 140 characters or less, describe New Shindoza, but like technically like us are not New Shindoza, but like us, if that makes sense. Our real names.
Yeah.
And like our like just give me a summarization of you two in 140 characters or less. We wrote it. I think it turned out pretty decent with what we came up with, but it's funny that now you're talking about characters and that was something we dealt with a couple hours ago. And now we're here streaming another Crab's Treasure. Yeah. And hey Bri, how are you doing?
Good evening.
I bring and leave with frightening news. The first 3 streams of It Takes I read ahead. Streams of It Takes Two, chapters 1, 2, and a bit of 3 totals to 315 deaths. There are still 5 streams left. That's a lot, because if I go up and look at other people who entered like the prediction, like there's quite a few people who are already out. Because some people were like in the 200, 300s, so I feel like they're all, but there's also a lot of people in the thousands and 900s. So like, okay, there's still people, but like it's crazy that it's that high.
Are you surprised?
Not like yes and no, because I know we died a lot. I know I'm part of the problem, and I know there's certain scenes that I'm gonna be way worse. When I say scenes, because like the different chapters, like what happens, is kind of like a movie.
I think there's
like,
gonna be a lot of like.
I could not hold it together.
Well,
and I remember those moments of when I couldn't do well, but then when Fry told us that you actually did worse than me in chapter 1, that was pretty illuminating for me. Like maybe I was like hella focused, and then I was like, you know what, it's okay if I die a lot, let me just enjoy the story. Like I could see that evolution of me changing throughout the playthrough of that kind of game.
Yeah, well, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by how many deaths I'm probably going to accumulate myself.
Potentially.
So, like, don't worry, please.
I'm not worried. I mean, at the end of the day, the playthrough happened a few years ago, so it's like just seeing what's gonna happen now.
Yeah.
So Fry says I feel like most of the deaths came from you guys crashing out, like us crashing out, or like the game crashing out, like specifically us. Because, like, when you say crash out, is it that we're just, like, laughing and losing it?
Yeah, laughing and losing it, I think.
Is what he means. Okay.
Yeah, that's how crash outs used these days.
Oh, like, I'm gonna gas you up.
It's something
I'm gonna
like
gaslight you.
What the heck is interact?
That's a Georgia and Ginny
Okay.
reference. Anyways.
Is it now?
It is. And we haven't won yet, Kirby. But we're here. We're doing the thing. How are you doing today?
Oh, this guy's nice. He lights everything
And Flo
up.
got all the memories in Hyrule Castle and Tears of the Kingdom.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. And many other things, and collected the last map places as well. Got more, wow, like 1,031.
Very nice.
Many of us once hoped as you do. I know how you
Right, we've got this guy again.
You
Well, it's not the
believe
fish,
if
it's
you can
the
hold on to just
Whatever that is.
that aura, that essence of the evil boss coming soon is what I feel.
one idea that at the end of the world, you alone might retain something to live for.
No, that's depressing.
Well, you might retain something to live for. Like, that's good to keep going in life.
Well, it says that's how Apocalypse works.
You will
Oh.
climb and
Never
climb,
mind.
holding on to your own belongings, barely outpacing death's rising tide. Believing without reason that it will ebb.
Is Kril's voice part of this mixed up voice? Listen real close.
Until one day, it will drown someone you care for.
What do you mean? Like, you think this is like Krill's alter ego or something?
I think there are two different voices, possibly three. I think there are two different voices plus like a modulator for the sound effect to make it sound creepy that are like put together to make this voice. And I feel like one of them is Kril's.
But instead of waking up, you will find a way to justify even this.
It could be a similar voice actor or something.
could
I
be.
think this is a completely different character, though. I think this is like a boss that we're gonna have to fight because it's still the question marks. It sounds demonic. We're talking about an apocalypse. There's just a lot of like, hey, this is about to be bad news for us.
Like me. You will repeat this
And
lie to yourself
see you later, Fry.
over and over.
Have a
a
good
good one.
night's sleep. And I'm gonna try to remember that to watch the last 15 minutes of stream 3. Something to behold.
Your world is
I want to go back down memory lane.
until one day you will slip, and those just above you will in turn avert their eyes as you sink.
Ooh, that's super depressing.
I do feel like we're close. Like Kirby said to Kate's question about how far into the game are we, like yesterday there was so much like cinematics and dialogue and stuff that felt very like complete, but then we got to rock bottom where things escalated and got really crazy, for lack of a better word at the moment. But I don't know.
If I had to put a number on it, I'd probably put like 75%.
Oh yeah, just a quarter to go, huh?
I feel like it. Man, those
Also,
things
with
hurt.
math, I just realized, so when Boxboy did the YouTube member glop thing for 23 months, next month with Nushindo's anniversary, and when we had officially launched like the YouTube memberships in the May, like going into it,
Yeah.
remember? It's gonna be 2 years.
Can't believe it. 2 years.
Time's going by so quickly.
It's dizzying.
A bit, yes. And come on, I'm so glad you were able to find what you were looking for the art fight. I know it can be really difficult sometimes going through like Discord servers and things to look for things. Like I know I saw this, like I want to remember, or like I remember saving this like years ago. We actually were, one of the other things we had to do today was go back and look for some photos of us actually that we had to find for this thing. And it was like, we had to go back to like 2016 and try to look for this file. And luckily we're pretty organized, like at least by, you know, the file date situation and stuff in our server. So like we were able to find what we were looking for, but it did take a while. So can resonate.
Well, thank goodness for us, huh? No,
The blue guy awakened to his persona, low tier god.
Low tier god. He's the one who's all people putting the memes with electricity eyes. The Smash player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's why it's low tier god without spaces. I thought you were just making a statement like low tier god.
No. It's like 99.99%. It's a reference to that guy. He's he's just been in the scene for a long time. He's decently good, but he just has a really bad attitude about losing.
And Zimir, we're glad you're proud of yourself for having a conversation and also, like, I guess, becoming more self-aware about where you might want to live someday. I don't know if you should base it just off of, like, the girls or a beach or situation, but you should definitely look into like what your future holds. And yeah, the world's your oyster. Figure out where you want to go.
A lot to consider.
Yeah.
Do I jump over here? Yes.
Florida's also prone to like hurricanes and things. Like, I don't know. I'm a big like fan of pro-con lists. Even when Doza and I were deciding like if we wanted to move away from San Antonio and other things, like we were making lists of certain places. There's still some contenders of places that we may potentially live in the future. But right now, our purpose and our intention is to stay here for now with things that we got going on. And we travel more.
Yeah, we do. So, you know, it never feels like being in one place ever overstays its welcome. Certainly not compared to how things used to be.
Yeah, I think this year has been like our last year and this year with travel has been our kind of our stride. Just with work-wise, we've been saying yes to more opportunities for the first time after years of saying we're gonna say yes, and then we didn't, and now it's like yes, we're gonna say yes,
oh.
And we're actually saying yes this time. It's been exciting.
Ah! Oh my gosh! Oh, it died. Okay. That scared me. That legitimately scared me.
So that guy with the thunder in his eyes under that video Boxboy made is from an edit of when he had a whole speech that ended with a viewer to... Ooh, gotcha. Low tier god is a funny guy.
Those crash outs are funny.
Regarding the evil demonic voice guy, Kate says, I would have been like, listen, dude, we get it. You're so edgy. You wear black and play the guitar. Move along now. I have stuff to do. I think he's going to actually reveal himself to us. We're going to have to fight him, is what I'm assuming.
Everything ends in conflict.
Or a boss fight in this video game.
Okay, I'm just gonna do that. What? Why couldn't I? Oh, I was still swinging. Okay. Guess I'll keep going then. Didn't drop anything? What a jerk. Another one?
Another
hurt.
one.
Thank
DJ
you.
Cal.
Thank you, DJ Cal.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Also, Boxboy, I gave you your 100 glob points from yesterday.
Congratulations.
So not only are you still the highest glob points in the loyalty system tier, if you will, but you got even more now.
Oh, that was chunky.
And that was for the Nico Ni correct answer for the random glob trivia.
Right, in case you forgot.
As we get closer to Nushindo's anniversary on July 16th, hopefully your calendars are already marked, we will be doing even more trivia and fun glob lore and history and things. A lot of the answers which can be found on our website. Some answers not so much, but quite a few if you like to peruse.
I might.
There are going to be some updates to the website when we hit July, which, by the way, there's only a couple days left in June. I believe July 1st is on Tuesday. Monday's the last day of this month. So basically by next week's streams, you'll see some changes. I don't know if they'll be obvious, like nothing's really going on with the homepage or anything. Well, actually one thing. But like there's been developments and I'm excited to, and Doze as well, to kind of refresh that as we go into our next glob year. No, Doze is excited.
Of course I am. Oh man, stowaways, they're so good.
Jigglypuff is definitely going to be one of the answers to the questions, Flo. So you're ready.
Right, you got that copy paste real quick.
Kate said, I know, but he was just laying it on so thick that he sounds like teens trying to be edgy, and it just makes me roll my eyes. Fair.
Oh yeah, you know, teens, they have new emotions. There's things that are going on and experiences that they're having that they don't properly know how to deal with, and everything always feels like so much all the time. But yes, sometimes, actually, well, every time, edginess can get pretty eye-rolly. I would know. I was a bit of an edgelord, a little bit, you know. I thought it was super cool to wear all black.
I was so much of an edgelord. I was sent to boarding school.
There you go. So like we know.
Rebellious teenager much? But now that I'm learning and reflecting on my life, I don't think I was that rebellious. I was really just standing up for myself.
Yeah, well, that wasn't allowed. Anyway.
Apparently.
What was I gonna say? Oh, nope.
Well, Boxway said, my favorite low tier god quote is not even a violent one or even close. I just like it because my way of playing fighting games means it gets referenced a lot from the people I play against. If y'all are curious, I swear no chat unfriendly stuff is in it. You know I'm curious, Box Boy.
Well, you know, he's baiting you. So I'm excited to see what happens.
I don't even know if he's baiting. I think Box Boy just like sharing things
if
with
it
me,
was
which
fun,
I really
you should
appreciate.
feel like you can share, especially.
Exactly.
I mean, you're a mod. You would know, right?
Yeah, and also this is a safe place, is what we always try to have, you know, when it comes to conversations.
Exactly.
The other comment, I didn't finish it because of, like, you know, what was said. It was a little difficult, but yeah.
Oh, item. Ah! No. Okay, I'm fine.
Yeah, that doesn't break any rules.
Did you see how, like, the Autobot didn't care either? That's good.
I like how after that, Andrew's like, howdy, everyone.
Yeah, just coming in with such kindness. Such
how are you doing,
calm
Andrew?
collectedness. How's it going? Oh, do you think this is gonna be good? That's, oh! No, I'm gonna die here. Oh my god.
That's okay. I actually haven't opened the little depth predictions thing today. So we are at 70. So Krish is next on the chopping block with like a few more to go, if you will.
Oh no.
It's okay. It happens.
It's so sad. Where's my stuff? It's in the opposite direction? Where was I going? Oh my god, I got pretty far too. I was really close to the shell thing. To the current, but you know, here we are. Who's after? Who is?
So Krish is at 76, Andrew's at 81, Kate, you're at 101, and then Flo's alternate counts at 325.
Hilarious. It was turning red. I didn't like that.
Ooh, that's gonna be one awesome weekend ahead for you, Andrew, once that computer gets delivered tomorrow.
I'm jealous.
Is it coming already like assembled, or do you have to do some like setup and things like that?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Did you... I know you shared details a little bit about what you're getting, I think. Or that you got... I mean, it's part of your birthday, like, stuff. Festivities, like, gifts and things. That you were finally getting one. But either way, I'm excited for you. Doza has, like, been wanting to upgrade some of our stuff, and it's been hard finding parts to do so.
Yeah, like, I'm even considering just, like, getting a...
Just a hardware...
Getting an exceedingly modern laptop.
Well...
And doing that.
I thought you were also thinking of just doing a little hardware update. Like...
little is... So, like, there's nothing little about a graphics card that's just, like...
Not a graphics card. That's the one that's hard to find. But you wanted to get some other stuff recently, right?
Yes, but that's, like, super minor.
That's
I mean,
what I meant.
it's going to help.
Thing.
It's
going to
have an immediate...
That's what I mean. Like a little minor update.
It's okay. So
while
like,
we're waiting for the big kahuna.
All right. Yes. So just because we want to build a new computer doesn't mean that our current computer is like totally obsolete. And
no,
you know, it just needs a couple things to take care of the more immediate pain points, like a bigger, faster hard drive as one thing to mention. You know, and that has nothing to do with an impossible to get graphics card.
Yeah.
You know, because that's the kind of thing that holds back an entire build. That doesn't have to be the only case. I'm not going that way.
Welcome back, Shaky Gamer. Just in time to see the crowd get nommed. Also, Andrew, yeah, so he said the tower comes assembled. It also comes with keyboard and mouse, but he needs to produce the monitor, which he has in place. So you just get to like connect everything together and then start enjoying your PC this weekend. That's exciting.
Ow. Annoying. I'm glad that you have something to look forward to, and you kind of have a little project to do for this weekend, especially getting all the drivers updated and getting your operating system, you know, going, and of course downloading whatever it is that you need to download.
The apps and the things and the games.
Yeah, well, I didn't say games. What if it's for, you know,
I assume it's for games.
School?
And, well, it can be for everything, right? It's multi-purposeful.
Well, yeah, you know, it's just like, it's kind of annoying that, like,
you have
the word gaming over something that's like, I need this for work, but it's got RGB on it, I don't care, it's the only thing available.
You can tell that, like, Doza is, like, a little jelly that you get to do this weekend.
I'm going plumb crazy over here. I'm starving.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Won't somebody think of the Doza, please?
And I'm glad that you find this to be a safe space for you, Doom Guy. I'm not sure who the except those things are, but for most part, I think it's a safe place for everybody. We try to make it that way if we can. It's our intention, our purpose.
Right.
And Flo, what do you mean? Who is Zelda Wind Waker? Zelda Wind Waker like is a game. Like, you know.
I bet that's a trap.
What, that right there?
Yeah, that thing over there.
I mean, you're gonna have to do it, right? Like that's the path that you're supposed to take.
I think so. Yes, because you see in the what do you call it? The calculator? No, the compass. Is generally the direction I have to go.
Oh, you mean how? So Wind Waker is a great game. We've actually played it on the channel.
Moving. It's moving. No. Okay, no, it's fine.
Would we say, what's your favorite Zelda game? I know we've asked this or answered this quite a bit before, but it just depends. But Wind Waker is definitely up there.
Wind Waker is super duper up there. But it's hard to parse through because Link's Awakening is so amazing.
Yeah, for me, I was gonna say Link's Awakening was one of my favorites, and then like Tears of the Kingdom, like the Sonia Raru stuff, like kind of blew me away.
Right.
And so like that was pretty exciting. But then also like Echoes of Wisdom, like finally for me beating a Zelda game from start to finish on my own was a pretty big deal. So that has like a close like place in my heart. But then like Breath of the Wild and like the Koroks and the start of all of that was really great, and like Hestu, you know, there's just so much. Yeah, it's really hard for me to like say like one.
Something that I've been trying to think about more consciously is when it comes to thinking about like a favorite game or even a favorite movie, TV show, favorite anything really. There can be something that makes you feel the most, right? Like you feel the most excited, you feel the most happy just thinking about one thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's completely different. I think it's a completely different approach.
Yeah.
Which one? Yeah. Which one are you willingly? Which one are you most willingly wanting to like get back into? Out of all of them, yeah. Like, which one would you realistically see yourself playing 1, 2, 3 more times?
Now that I've like done Echoes of Wisdom completely on my own, I could see myself doing my own playthrough of Link's Awakening from start to finish on my own.
I think you could.
I don't know if it's just because of that diorama style, like the cutesy artsy stuff, but it's not just about the aesthetics. It's about if I remember correctly with that game. I don't know if I played any of it on stream. But we've definitely opened the remastered. Yeah. We've definitely reopened it a couple of times. And so Flo's even saying like when it comes to Wind Waker, he saw that we were on it this week. We took a little break.
Oh, Link's Awakening.
Well,
we haven't been on Wind Waker.
Okay. Oh, that's why. He was like Link's Awakening because you were on it not so long ago. Yeah, so we did open up Link's Awakening because we just wanted some cuteness.
The game runs good now on the Switch too. So,
yeah.
Like the only thing that was wrong with it is no longer an issue.
Yeah, we wanted to see what it would look like. And Andrew, I like that you said excited to Minecraft Demon and Soul. Like now we know what you're gonna do. I love the way you put it. And it is for gaming. So Kate also said, I know how you feel, Doza. Due to the hot weather, my plants haven't shipped yet, so I have to wait at least about a week to start her aquarium.
Yeah, like I don't know, when I have something that's like gnawing at me, it's like an itch that you can't like reach. Yes, exactly.
And then you're gonna be like, Noosh, can you scratch this?
Yeah, like, can you scratch this? Like pull out the credit card. Like, let's scratch it right now. You know?
My thing about like purchases, like when it comes to us and shopping and like getting big purchases like that, it has to be very intentional. Like we have to do the research. We have to explore different options of like brands and other things to see like what is it that we really need. Is it going to be solving a problem for us? Is it completely a guilt-free fun purchase? What is it? When it comes to computer stuff, these computers that we like have built and use are very much not only for gaming, but also more importantly for work. We need the better graphics cards because we are using it to, you know, video production and graphic design. Like we're doing very big computer things that take a lot of resources, whether it's using like Adobe Premiere or Photoshop or these like large programs that connect with each other. After Effects is a huge one. We need a lot of RAM. We need a great running CPU. We need plenty of storage space for all the assets, especially all the assets that our clients send us. Exactly. Like we get so much like content that we need to edit through and then create content on top of that. So it's just a lot. So that's kind of where it all goes into. So we don't take these purchases lightly. No. Which I'm sure like most people, I would hope you don't take any big purchases lightly. I would think that, you know, putting some time and effort into it, like it's going to make it worthwhile. And with Doza, like we still use a computer that was built before Doza even knew me back in 2012.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we call that computer the beast computer because it's like the biggest case. It's like a beast of a tower, but completely put together. We have what we call cute computer, which was the first computer we built together after, like, in the middle of the pandemic when we finally were able to snag a graphics card. And that's the one that's like RGB, but that's literally the only one that was available. But that's why we call it cute as well, because it's cute. And then, like, I have a laptop, and then Doza has a laptop as well. So we both have one laptop because when we travel and we like do stuff, we need, you know, a computer. So Doza uses like an MSI one, and then I use an Apple MacBook Pro. And so those are kind of like our main computers.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we primarily work on. So sometimes we do think about like, do we build another one completely, and then, or like, that way we can have even more options of like work-wise, like to be more productive. But that's where we're at. And we do technically run a full creative agency together. So it's just 2 people, but it's still an agency.
Yes.
So there's that. Like, that's how we make our, like, the money that we need for our livelihood. So it needs a lot of resources to be in a creative field.
Yeah, I mean, but all of that shouldn't stop somebody from at least starting.
Not at all. And there have been no major fights that you've missed today either, Andrew. We're just getting started.
No, I'm just getting my ass kicked by these guys. I need to get back to my souls, or I guess my plastic. I gotta get back to my plastic. It's where is it? I think it's just literally right over there. Yep. That little red thing over there, right next to that blue thing.
Kate said, get out that credit card, let's scratch this. I think that is the most American statement ever. I relate. American consumerism at its finest.
Well, you know,
we do have some
anything
rules,
short
though.
of a scalper. Yeah, we won't buy from scalpers.
Well, also, one of our rules is we have to, like, once we've decided on what we're going to get, we have to kind of let it simmer. Like, we're not going to make that purchase right then and there, especially if we did a lot of deliberation about like pros and cons and stuff in that moment. We have to wait until it's like, yes, we still feel good about this the next day, or by giving ourselves a deadline, and that corresponds with when we get the funds to be able to do that as well. We very much do not like to do any payment plans or things like that for bigger purchases. We'd rather save up and like make that intention and plan and goal of like, hey, this is when we're gonna get this. And then obviously sometimes we're at the mercy of when parts are available or graphics cards. Like even Kirby said the difference between an RTX 5060 and a 5050 is like $50, but the 5050 is way worse. Isn't that crazy?
Oh,
so
yeah,
little, but so different.
5050 was recently released and people really do not like it. I've never been one to even look in the direction of these low-end cards. Like there is a use case for stuff like that, but not for like a daily driver, you know what I mean? Not for like a daily computer kind of situation. And it's just we're getting to like the worst of the worst, and this is at a time where like companies like Nvidia are doing better than they ever have, and it's like, well, where's the incentive to improve? For the consumer, well, there's not a whole lot. So we'll see. Like, everyone thought that this last generation was pretty disappointing compared to the last one, because there was just such an emphasis on AI generated, you know, performance, and that doesn't really go over super well. And then developers are responding by not optimizing their games, which also sucks. And, you know, it's kind of a negative feedback loop, where the only people that are getting hurt are, you know, us. So
yeah. I also can totally resonate with Boxboy's rule of like, if I want it, then I can talk myself out of getting it. I am definitely the queen of that, honestly, because sometimes I have things on my wish list that don't really cost a lot, but I know would give me joy and that would be useful. I think the most recent example is like, for I think like 3 or 4 years, I've had this like pair of earrings that don't even cost much. They were only, I think, they were from Amazon too. I think they were only like $14 or something like that. Like definitely less than $20. And there were earrings that would go with a lot of different outfits and like my attire that I wear. And they're casual earrings. I don't know. They're just a thing. And it took me a few years until I finally bought it. And it was one of those things that even Doza was like, why is this still on our list? Like, get the damn earrings. Like, because I talked myself out of it so many times. Like, I'm like, I don't need this. It's a nice want. And that's why like only recently we've added into our like budgeting of like basically a concept and a category called guilt-free purchases. So like every month, this amount of money based on, and it fluctuates every month, see what the amount is, but it goes towards guilt-free stuff, like little things like this that would bring us joy. Unfathomable. Are you okay?
What else does it say?
Our meat is made of ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
Burger. Oh, is this like a plant-based thing?
Yeah, our meat is made of ingredients beyond your comprehension.
Oh, like beyond.
Like Impossible Burger,
Yeah.
but it's unfathomable.
I like how you paused here. Like,
I got
it was
stuck.
that important.
Okay, I got stuck, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drink some of my drink, and then. Whoa, that hurt. I've never been. Whoa. Okay. Hermit. No, I thought we were friends. Friends.
This is why I love my Steam Deck so much. This Kate don't need any fancy graphics card for my job, so my Steam Deck is just perfect for me to computer game on. It definitely works for a lot of people.
No!
We're primarily home, so I think the PC gaming, especially with streaming and stuff too, like this works better for us.
Yeah, it's great.
Doza for a very long time wanted a Steam Deck, but it really came down to like, are we really going to be using it that much? Because even when we are like traveling and on the go and stuff, we have our Switch. We have our Switch too, or sometimes we have to pack other things because we're going on a work trip and we don't have the space to take a gaming console with us. And you'll have your MSI laptop with you, you know?
Yeah, so I
that's why
decided against it.
Exactly.
And, you know, there'll always be a new Steam Deck on the horizon, and
who knows?
There are other things that I want to prioritize.
Yeah.
I fantasize still about the life of being a Steam Deck owner, by the way.
I like the idea of the whole like putting stuff like earrings and things on a Christmas list and stuff like for friends and family. The only thing is, Doza and I, like, we don't really do the whole, like, we love giving other people gifts or, you know, something that's intentional kind of thing for celebrations, whether birthdays or holidays or what have you. But when it comes to receiving gifts, we really don't ask specifically for what it is. Like, we'll say, honestly though, we'll say like just support us in what we do, like share our things, what have you. Like, you don't have to get us anything, because like supporting us in our small business is more lucrative to us and will benefit not only us but the family again than asking for things like little things like this that would give us, you know, joy too. And it's hard to, like, at the end of the day, what are we going to prioritize? Support for our small business, share our stuff, you know, like our stuff, engage with our stuff. Like, that means so much more to us.
Oh yeah, the I don't know, it's kind of like the gift that keeps on giving. It's just got feel goods attached to it.
Exactly.
You can't really capture that with like a gift card to Denny's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Though every time you do, and we do get gift cards for food places, we do use it.
That's true.
We've never gotten one for Denny's, so I'm surprised you said that.
No, I know.
You
because
have one
I went with one that was like, to be honest, I went with one I thought was the most soulless, the least amount of thought. Like, if you get something from Denny's and you've never, like, you get a gift card from Denny's specifically, and you never mentioned that you like Denny's, then that means that was the best option that they could come up with. Thinking about, like, oh, what should we get so-and-so? Let's get them a gift card. Where? I don't know. Denny's.
Shaky was like, Denny's is good, though. The Denny's in our area not
not
good.
In San Antonio.
Yeah.
I recognize that the Grand Slam can absolutely slap, but it
it's
does
a Grand
not.
Slam. How could it not?
Right? It does. It absolutely does not slap. It is like, it's more like a flap. Really.
I will say though,
and not a jack.
Your last birthday, which was earlier this year, you did get some gift cards to places from family and friends. Like, you got one for Bill Miller's, which we don't go to Bill Miller's a lot, but when we do go, like, you love their pies during like Thanksgiving time.
Yes.
So like,
but I haven't had a pie from them in a few years.
Because I told you the wondrous world of Costco.
Yeah, and
but we can
the
still
Costco
get
pie doesn't have that smoky flavor, but it's got the volume.
But what I'm getting at is you did get a card based on stuff that you used to eat that they knew about. So like, you can still utilize that and it doesn't expire, which is great.
Whoa.
That was just one.
No, that was a good example.
I remember when I used to work in the corporate job, there was that one coworker who got me that gift card to like an indie gaming store. because I talked about video games a lot.
Oh yeah.
At work, and so that was really thoughtful and insightful, and it was still something that we actually ended up using that, and we got some old.
I think that this story perfectly illustrates my point.
Yes, it does.
They could have gotten you a gift card to Denny's.
They didn't, though. They got me something
no.
that I would actually use. And Doza and I went to that store. I don't know if that store is still around. It was called like Game Over or something. But they have. We ended up getting some more controllers for our Nintendo 64 because we only had 2 controllers, and then we got 2 more. So now we have a set of 4.
And we're more
it was a good purchase. For it. Yeah. Kate said I might get a Denny's gift card for someone who, for whatever reason, constantly travels or eats at odd hours, so they can get okay pancakes at 4 a.m. Yeah, or Waffle House.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Does every place have a Waffle House?
Funnily enough, Boxboy like right after was like Whataburger, Waffle House, and local Mexican places are the only ways you can get me to go out to a breakfast place. I don't think our favorite breakfast place even has gift cards. It's a local mom and pop place, but I don't think they do it.
I don't think so either.
But there's I think there's a chain of also local, like, I think San Antonio, maybe even Austin. Like, it's called Tacos and Salsa. They're actually pretty good, and I think they have gift cards.
I do believe so.
They have this thing called, like, what is it? The TNC special?
The TNS.
TNS Tacos and Salsa special. There we go. And it's like a chicken fajita, like, taco with a bunch of other things. Wild.
Yeah.
You could also get beef if you wanted.
You know, they also have something called the trash can, which is better than it sounds. It's a bunch of different fillings all thrown together, kind of guisada, potato and egg.
Just all things
2
breakfast
different kinds
in a
of
taco.
cheese. You have beans, like chopped bacon. There's a whole bunch of stuff. And it's pretty filling, you know, and they have a bunch of different salsas. Like I'm pretty sure Noosh
Their
mentioned.
sauces are super fried. Like, that's what I go for. Like, I'll get the most basic tacos. And then, like, I'll even sometimes I'm like, I just want a bean and cheese and a potato and egg a la mexicana. And then I'll add all of the salsas. So every bite's a different experience because their salsas are so good.
I love getting tacos a la mexicana. What does that mean? I'm glad you asked. So what that means is that they'll put on some lightly grilled diced tomato and onion and jalapeno and cilantro typically, and so it's another way to get just a little bit more veggies in your taco, and it adds so much freshness and flavor. And
yeah, it's really good. I think it's a local San Antonio thing though. Like, I've never known that anywhere else.
Fair.
I didn't even know that until I met you and you took me to, so our favorite taco place in San Antonio is called El Palmar.
Yeah.
Cocina and Restaurant.
Cocina.
And restaurant.
Yeah, restaurant.
It's like a long A, but we just call it Palmar. But it's a great taco place, and like Doza's been going there forever, and like I've gone there since knowing Doza, and like it's one of those places, like if we do rent a car for like a day to do errands, like we'll start there with like a really good breakfast. But then it depends because it's on one side of town, and then like if we're going to other errands, that's why our backup is tacos and salsas in the morning usually, because they have multiple locations based on what errand we're running.
That is true.
And welcome back, Andrew.
How's it going?
I do like all those places that Boxboy listed. Whataburger, Waffle House, and then like local Mexican. Like, that's kind of how we got on this tangent. I wouldn't mind Whataburger, but I think I'd prefer a Raising Cane's gift card at this point.
No, that's fair.
Because like I don't know. I like it a lot. But then I do prefer saving money and getting like the Costco. Oh my gosh, a Costco gift card.
Well, that would be nice.
That would be great. And then save money on like groceries. Let's go.
Get excited.
I'm so excited about it. Because Costco does have those little like prepaid gift cards that you can even fill to use for like gas and stuff. Like you can get one for yourself so you can use it without having to use your membership card. You can use your Costco gift card. So some people do that instead of like using the, swiping both cards when you go fill up your car at the thing. At the gas place.
They get gas there.
Yeah. It's not a gas station though. It's like Costco's gas terminal. Move. Like I don't know what you want to call it.
It's I don't know. I guess it's not a gas station. It's just the pumps. You know what I mean? I mean, you know what I mean. Clearly, you're struggling with it.
Anyways, and Flo, I mean, we just. There's nothing like particular as to why we use this certain amount of thickness to like put the red line on top of our death predictions. If you actually want to know who and what the numbers are, if you just scroll up in in the New Shindoza channel, we do post updates. So you'll see the first one ever made as well.
True that.
But I don't know. No one's ever actually given us that feedback. So I am curious, like, how many of you guys want the line to be thinner so you can still see the name and the number? Or does it not matter because you're already out of the running? Well, let me have it. What's your feedback? But you've incited a interesting discussion here.
Oh my god.
So Boxboy's 2 favorite taco places that also sell way more than tacos. Oh, so like hooray for variety, are called Vicky's and Taqueria Lopez.
Oh my god.
They're local. Well, if we're ever local, we may have to hit those up.
I know, right?
And Vicky's and Taqueria Lopez. There's quite a few places called Taqueria, and then like something else in their name here. We haven't literally found one that we like though. Oh, another place we like is Mama Margie's, because they're open 24/7. So I remember like back in the day, if we were like when we would go stay out late longer and stuff, we would hit up Mama Margie's on the way back because it was always open. Whereas some of these other breakfast places, they're only open during the morning and like lunchtime at latest.
Oh damn it. Yeah, and it was one of the places that still had like cheap bean and cheese. That's not true anymore, but for a while it did, and that was nice.
Yeah, and that is true, Kate. I do not eat red meat, so burger places are kind of a hopefully there's other options. Whataburger does have a pretty good like spicy Whata chicken sandwich. They also my favorite time to go to Whataburger is actually for breakfast, when they have, or like late at night, like past midnight, because they'll have honey butter chicken biscuits. Those are my favorite. And if you get it on a jalapeno cheddar bun or a jalapeno cheddar biscuit, that's like our go-to, or my go-to.
My go-to
too as well.
Yeah, well, if it's before
breakfast, yeah,
like if it's within the breakfast window, which I think is 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. right?
I think so.
I gotta get at least 2. Like, they're that good. Oh dear.
Boxboy's aunt used to work at Mama Margie's. Let's go.
That's awesome.
Is it
Small
like the
world.
location in San Antonio? I feel like there's more than one location, but like the one we go to, like, could you imagine if your aunt's like been there while we were there? Who knows?
Could be.
Yeah,
So
we
did you
definitely,
see this?
when it comes to burger places, we definitely look for like making sure there's options for me. Though sometimes when we like if we do have a car and we're going like drive-throughs and stuff like that, Doza and I are okay. I see what's happening. It's very creepy. I don't like it. It kind of reminds me of Sid from Toy Story with that one doll.
Extremely. It
Yeah.
must be a reference.
Exactly. Well, we don't mind going to 2 different drive-thrus. Like if Doza wants to get in fact, there's in the medical center of San Antonio, there's actually across the street from each other is a Raising Cane's and Whataburger. So we'll go to Whataburger and get what Doza wants, and we'll go to Raising Cane's and get what I want.
I'm a benevolent
And
lover.
like, it's okay to do that. You don't have to order from the same place. So like when couples, like sometimes you see things on TikTok, whether it's friends or couples or what have you, like, where should we get dinner tonight? Where should we get food? And they like start arguing. It's like, why not we just go to 2 different places? Like, it's okay. We'll pick it up. We'll come home and we'll eat it together.
Now,
you don't have to always pick the same place.
Noosh did not come to this immediately. This was not one of her core defining things. She worked up to this line of thinking.
I did. Yes.
Yeah,
I had to unlearn the norms, or like what society wants the norm to be, to realize it doesn't matter what society wants. It matters what me and my babe wants.
Yeah. So, you know, unlearning being a people pleaser has been your own journey.
Yes, and sometimes I find myself like going back into that, but then I remember, nah, I'm better than this.
You are.
Andrew said during my days, my brother and I drive up to our college. We get Whataburger because it's a good taste and value. Agreed.
It just makes sense.
So for Andrew's meal, what he gets the grilled cheese kids meal with a medium fry and fruit snacks with the kids drink, and it only costs him under $6, while only a quesadilla from the Moe's on campus costs him over $10.
Wow.
Hey, that is a good value.
Wait, you got a quesadilla from a place called Moe's?
And it was on campus. He said, plus, we go so often that if one of the few that know us take the order, we can literally just say the usual, please. That's so cool. I love that you have a place that you can go and be like,
I've gone to places that enough, but I don't think I've ever had that, you know. Because it's not just about, like, showing up and ordering the same thing a lot. It's also about being recognizable.
So, I had a place where I could do this, and it was for coffee, and it was very unhealthy. It was in college, and I could go there and say usual. They see me coming, they already know what I want, and I used to go multiple times a day.
Oh no, here comes news.
Not like that, but like I was a very unhealthy college student.
And they were happy to serve in your...
What was crazy is I didn't eat a lot during that time because like on campus, I didn't really have a lot of options. I was completely vegetarian for a while, remember? So it was hard. I was losing more weight than I needed to because I wasn't at home anymore. And then I was also drinking Monster double shots and like coffee galore and just energy drink. Like it was bad. Like I was looking back and I'm like, I'm glad I survived of how unhealthy my habits were.
Yeah, well.
And I graduated.
Yeah, somehow.
And I partied, and I did not sleep enough.
Good to see that you've put down most of those bad habits.
I still haven't gotten to a regular sleep schedule.
Nope, that's kind of like the last bastion.
Most is a chain, apparently. Kate has them, too. Must be a not here thing.
Must be. I wonder what's the no, it's a fake one. Oh, the false moon.
Not having enough of a desire to really care where I eat. I wish I was like that, but actually I don't because I love food too much. I want to not care, but I care too much.
Ooh, that was good. That was a good hit. That was a good hit. Oh, whoa.
Walking to the bar for the first time, say the usual. I like it when you do that, or like in movies sometimes or shows, like they'll do that and then like the bartender will just give them whatever like they want to give them.
This thing parried me? Yo, I parry you back, bro.
When you used to do it there multiple times a day, I was like, I hope you got some coffee drinks with a lot of calories because you really needed something to sustain you. I mean, I was just making bad decisions to keep me up longer than I really should have done. But like, I was, you know, working through college. I had my classes. I was trying to do the most. I was very involved on my campus in multiple organizations. And like, it was just a lot. Not a good look. Well, I mean, I'm glad I did it and survived it. It's just, I wish it's not that I have regrets either. There's just part of me that was like, I wish I took better care of myself. That's all.
Right. I understand. I wish I had taken better care of myself at different parts of my life so that I could have developed maybe, you know, better, what's the word I'm looking for? Habits? You know what I mean? Yeah, that'd have been great. Wait, give me stuff. And we have 3 left.
The great thing about habits, though, is you can start building them whenever.
Yeah, that's true.
And you can still unlearn bad habits as well. It takes time and patience and, like, commitment. But it can happen.
I can commit. I've proven that. Okay.
You also found the lanternfish stowaway. Huzzah!
This thing's like a really mean hermit crab, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a lanternfish.
Andrew said, I remember seeing this shell that I had never been to already set up, and it took me a sec, but I eventually thought, wait. Then fight.
I wonder if there's anything I can grab before we fight. That would be cool. Like, does this open up from the other side? Of course. I just wanted to make sure.
Doesn't I definitely need to experience an aquarium together? That hasn't happened yet in our relationship.
I love aquariums.
He says that, but we've never gone in the last 9 years.
I love video games just a little bit more.
Fair.
We'll go, though, I'm sure.
I hope so.
Alright. We have our posse. We can do this, yes?
I love aquarium.
Alert, alert. Okay, alright, fine. I guess I'll trigger the boss. Yeah, there, little buddy.
It was the false moon.
Petrolch. The false moon. Oh,
Kate
okay.
said, see, when I learned that habits are just things that other people are just able to do without thinking, I was like, this is BS. Those of you without ADHD are playing life with a cheat code.
Right?
We all have our own personal challenges.
Ouch!
The people that I feel are playing life with a cheat code are those with a photographic memory.
Where's he going?
Slam. I love the way the shell looks.
It's doing nonsense.
That's nothing on Kril's little shell.
I really would love to have that shell. My shell's badly damaged.
Looking at that greenlit CD, and Andrew thought I could scale that, and he did. Though he thinks it was a little harder after the update.
Yeah. I can't wait to fully digest everything that y'all are saying. After I kick this thing's ass. There we go. No!
Not everyone with a silver spoon in their mouth like ends up having the greatest life though, because there's a lot of like control and other things that they have to like kind of live up to, which can really like be at their detriment too. While looking in from the outside, the grass may seem greener, but it may not always be the case. So there's obviously different variables for all of these scenarios, but I get what you mean.
Yes.
The photographic memory thing, though, as someone who loves to learn and like
there we go.
Wanting knowledge and acknowledging that knowledge through playing this game, and it's great to say that every time. A photographic memory. I do have someone in my life that has a photographic memory, and I'm very jealous because of how much they are able to retain information. And huzzah, Doza, you did it!
Thank you. Brilliant work. Your boisterous... Wait, what is it? Virtuitous? What?
Virtuosity.
Virtuosity. Your virtuosity for violence continues to impress. But we're not out of the metaphorical meat grinder yet, I say. Our next destination is...
Hold on! I don't know about you, but I'm pretty ready to just warp out of here and forget this nightmare ever happened. So if you want me to help you, you need to stop being vague and tell me exactly what we're looking for.
I say, you've grown quite assertive.
Darn right.
Very well. I'll explain my findings. Have you ever heard of the perfect world?
Why does it look like that?
The perfect world?
Indeed, the perfect world. A piece of armor crafted by the hermit sorcerers of the old ocean.
Sorceress.
A shell that grants full control over the currents themselves, the ultimate umami conduit. They say hermits wielded it to keep the sea in balance. But the king of the old ocean grew paranoid as his reign neared its end, and he feared their power. He ordered the hermits exiled and their artifacts destroyed. But supposedly he craved the world's ability so greatly that he could not bear to destroy it. So, though he could not wield it, he locked it away deep beneath his kingdom.
Is a whirl the same as a whirl with an eye?
I'm not really sure.
Sounds like a whirl, but I don't know what a whirl is.
Whirly world. I'm aware this sounds too good to be true. It could be pure chance that we stumbled on these ruins. Or it could be that something or someone has been leading us here this whole time. Either way, if we can prove the story's correct and discover the world, the two of us could be legends.
That someone's the evil boss.
As well as disgustingly wealthy. I'm talking serious moolah, I say. The kind even Roland can only dream of.
That does sound pretty convincing. I'll think about it, but I'm definitely going to town first.
As you wish. Return here when you're ready to make history, I say. Oh, man. Snail Sanctum, when naked, used to summon a shell made of pure umami.
Oh, that's nice.
That's cool. I hope it looks like what we were just, gawking over. Maybe.
Oh, you mean the false moon?
Yeah, it just looks cool. Oops. There we go. And then, I don't know, this one already broke.
Foxboy said his autism and his ADHD are at a constant moral battle of proving one's version of justice is more just than the others by forming and breaking habits constantly. That's gotta be very conflicting for you to kind of gather your feelings around, potentially.
Maybe.
Maybe. That's why I said potentially.
Really, it's up in the air.
That's true. I would feel very conflicted navigating those feelings.
It's another.
So I'm projecting.
I'm trying to come up with more like non-committal ways. You know, it's a real fence sitter. You know.
So you're saying this little number can take us right back to town? This feels like the kind of information that had been good to know up front, kiddo.
I just kind of thought everyone knew, to be honest. I just step inside and I picture where I want to go and it just kind of works.
Well, I never. The ocean's still full of surprises.
I don't suppose I could convince anyone to remain and seek untold riches with us.
No way. I'm out of here. This sunk cost has gotten way too sunk for me. Sunk cost fallacy.
Right, yeah.
Plus, I'm sure my kiddos are worried sick. I'm headed home with the other survivors.
Did anyone else actually survive?
We sure did.
The universe itself conspires to snuff us out. Yet, our flame persists. So says I.
Are you two related? Certainly not. We are, and I cannot stress this enough, completely distinct individuals. Well, I'm happy to see you both made it. Good luck seeking unlimited power, old-timer. If you need me, I'll be in New Carcinia. And Kril? If you're really delving even deeper with this fella, I think we ought to have a chat at Bottom Feeders first. For old time's sake. Consider stopping by, alright?
She's gonna give us some really cool upgrade. I just know it. Oh, now this guy's got stuff to say.
Alright, let's say I wanted to help you find this definitely not made up lost treasure.
The perfect world.
Yeah. Where would we start?
All we have to go on is this ruined architecture, I say. Follow where it leads and surely we'll discover what we're looking for. Okay. That's it? Okay, sure. I mean, I guess
Well, do you want to go to
there. Yeah, I want to go and do everything else other than this right now.
Yeah, this feels very next situation.
Next level games. What is this? A button? Okay. Oh my gosh, I can level 3 times?
Let's go on an adventure. We can't just decide to change things last minute. We had a plan. It's very conflicting.
It most certainly is. Let's see. We want to go... Yeah, let's go to the moon snail. We'll go to the moon snail, get some more upgrades.
Kind of interesting is that our lives, because of the line of work that we're in, and we chose this, and we'd much prefer this to a regular, everyday 8 to 5 situation for us, at least. But sometimes with that, like, you never know what you're gonna get until you wake up and you see what's in your, like, email inbox and your communications, your text messages, what have you. And then you kind of realize what's happening. And then throughout the day, things can pop in and change the course of everything too, where you have to constantly be reprioritizing and replanning things. So it can, like, for a very long time, we never, and even now, it's very difficult to take a break sometimes. We do and have gotten better at, like, setting boundaries and like knowing that, like, we're not on call. It's just a matter of, like, these are communication hours. We're going to be available. We want to provide good customer satisfaction, whether it comes to the deliverables or, like, just the communication and everything, but not at the cost of, like, our own, like, well-being. And that's been something that we have to learn, even with the variety and the uncertainty of what each day could have.
It's tough.
But manageable, and we much prefer this to the alternative, which is going to a regular job, corporate job, and doing the same thing day in and day out. We were way too bored and not challenged at that point in our lives.
That doesn't work for us.
Yeah.
It works for plenty of people.
And that's fine.
Not us.
You need to figure out what works best for you and your, like, priorities, your goals, your life. Like, some people are perfectly fine with going to their job and it pays for their lifestyle and they're happy and they live for the weekends or they live for however they want, right? A job is a job. Whereas Doza and I, like, we wanted and craved more purpose and passion and all these other things. And I love to be challenged and I want to keep learning things. I hated going and doing the same thing every day.
You know, I think about the kind of jobs that were available, like, back in the day. I mean, like, way back in the day, and I'm grateful for the variety that we find ourselves in now.
Yes. The gloom beneath the sea does stride, with new Shindoza by our side. The crabs and fish must stay the tide, as the end of the game may just be nigh. Hey, Midnight Coffee.
How's it going?
Lovely intro and welcoming into the stream as usual.
Dang, don't have enough stainless steel.
Steam Summer Sale started today, and
Ooh.
Boxway went to a bunch of servers he really talks in just to shill LobCorp. Nice. Andrew said, I think the spell shell is considered medium even after upgrades, which is cool.
That's good.
I don't know if the skill tree is maxed out. Flo's asking.
I could, but I don't want to yet. The last skill for me to get is I can parry even if I don't have a shell.
We're getting the sequel to yesterday's dialogue.
Have a shell. Oh,
Sorry.
wait, what?
I talked over you because we're getting dialogue for yesterday's.
Oh.
I asked you before what you did before leaving the tide pools.
I said before, I really don't want to...
I know. It's okay, kiddo. What I want to ask is about what's next. You keep talking about things going back to normal for you. Is that really what you want? If you get back that shell of yours, are you headed right back up to your tide pool to do nothing again? Because recently, you've been doing a whole lot of something.
Yeah, and a lot of good it's done me.
Would you hush up with that kind of talk? You inspired us, kiddo. And I reckon that's the most alive I've felt since I moved to the god dang city. The way things turned out don't change that. Chuck, what I'm saying is, if you decide you want to put down the fork, you've always got a place under my roof, kiddo. Oh my gosh!
But that sounds... Thanks. But I need to do this.
I get it, kiddo. I mean, I don't, but I do. Doors open anytime if you change your mind. I'm so glad we didn't just skip through that.
No, I know. Like, dang, okay.
They are my favorite interactions, like 100%.
Yes, easily. So that's what that was all about. Optional, but glad that we did it. Yeah, I feel the whole chosen family thing, and don't worry, Flo, we're gonna keep upgrading. We're gonna upgrade our powers, actually. That's what we're gonna do.
Dose is my chosen family.
Hello, it's me.
It's Dose.
I'm the chosen one.
Okay, so do you know when I was doing the answers through research, she found out a relative was a guy who transported ice blocks. Talk about an old school job. That is cool. That reminds me of like Frozen. The ice.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's what you mean by transported ice blocks in that sense. Like, I don't know how old this was, but that's still really cool.
Actually, what is the song when they're cutting in the ice and doing all that?
It's another song.
But I don't ever hear anyone singing it.
Probably not.
Does anyone remember what that's like? What do they say? We cut the ice and then we push it over here. Like, I don't know.
And Midnight, as far as like what's been going on in the game so far, so we were at rock bottom. Zoza fought a boss down there, and we're making progress down there, but then we also like are able to teleport out up here, so that's kind of what we did for the first time since going down there yesterday.
So, and that's the macro what's happening. The story though,
yes,
we all fell down there. It was partly Kril's fault for knocking everything down. We literally did hit rock bottom, and Kril was depressed. He literally didn't want to go on anymore.
And this isn't post game. We haven't gone to that voice thing or whatever that's going to be yet. There's still more down there, but because we got to a certain point, there was certain options of what we could do, and we decided to come here and do things like talking to Nema before going back and stuff. So our goal is to do some of this and then go back down. So not too much has happened yet tonight, and we aren't doing so.
Oh, but there's another thing.
Yes.
The magic whirl or whatever.
Yes, that's the next step.
That's the next big thing.
Which will get closer to, I
think,
that Eeyore demonic voice that we've been hearing. And Andrew, Nema is my favorite as well. So Andrew said Nema is my favorite character personality, character-wise, but the blacksmith is Andrew's favorite aesthetic-wise. Fair.
Well, yeah, the blacksmith looks like, oh gosh, what's his name?
Giant spider crab.
Dr. Eggman.
Cool blacksmith, giant spider crab, kind Nema.
See, and I mean, like this guy's peak design, absolutely peak. I didn't even realize that he doesn't even have one of his
like how peak he is.
He doesn't have most of his body. Oh wow, okay.
This is what he does. This is what he's here. This is his purpose.
he does this every day, all day. I don't know. There's
Yeah.
just something about blacksmith characters that are just
Very unique.
they are super unique, and I love them for that. And any characters that you have to go back to level up, obviously Dark Souls and so on and so forth. Biased. I'm extremely biased. But you know how it goes. Like the boss earlier, I agree. It did remind me of a Dark Souls boss.
We haven't had too much time checking out everything in Discord. We know we missed some stuff, but I did just pull up Kimon's thing that she said. Filled out the art fight card and post in Discord. And one of her featured characters is her glob, and it makes me so happy. I am biased, and I'm going to say that's my favorite one up there. But you're very talented, and I can't wait for you to win this whole thing. Look, Team Crystals. Look at it. Isn't it cute? It's like a whole thing. This is like, what is this?
What is Kirby? What is Kirby looking
also,
at?
I love that you're friendly fire and not revenge. So cute. And then a fan character is mostly Kirby and Feral and some other fandoms. Aww. They're so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, come on.
Did I finish upgrading? Like, is 9 stowaway points? Is that the max that I can get? Let me know. In the meantime, it's whatever. I'm just gonna go spend all my plastics on leveling up. Right?
And we saw the
Yes.
question you asked, 8-Ball, and the answer, Flo. I don't think it's sick or anything. I think it's just, you know, telling you won't find the answer in certain places. You're gonna have to keep looking for the answer you seek.
Imagine if you did find a potion in the dark side of your room. It's like, well, who put that there?
That was really sweet of Nema to be like, you can stay under my roof, though. Like, I hope Kril takes rub on that.
Right? I really want to see like a real nice ending, but these kind of games they just don't have those. So I don't know.
Midnight said, I love that you have an item called another crab. I guess you found the treasure long ago.
Oh yeah.
And Kirby, no, we haven't won yet. Are we close though? Like, I don't know. I know Doze is just taking care of some stuff up here and then he's heading back down, right?
That's right.
Progress. And I was gonna say earlier, and I'll say it now, yesterday we didn't even, like, I don't know, we were just so engulfed in the story and we didn't realize how late it was getting. We only did an hour more than typical, but today has to be that 2 hour for sure.
Yeah,
but tomorrow,
we gotta keep it at 2 hours.
Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow can go on as long as we globally and humanly can stay up.
Globally.
Yeah, globally, it's a word.
Globally.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know, I'm feeling weird today.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long day. Lots of discussions and things. Cried a little, but that's okay. I like admitting it. Like, I used to be ashamed of when I would cry because I have big feelings, but now, especially since, like, streaming as Nushindos and stuff, like, and I open up a little bit more about things, I, like, admitting that you took a moment to cry and, like, releasing those emotions and navigating those things, like, it just makes me stronger. I think it's a good thing.
Because what makes you cry makes you stronger. Live a little longer.
That is not the song, but yes.
Because every time we touch,
I get this feeling.
And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want it to last. Why do I remember these rhymes?
Because I'm by your side.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that one in particular is just
It's
like...
Thursday, gonna write some blurbs today.
Weekend. Well, yeah, only millennials are gonna get that one, I think.
That's tomorrow.
Is Rebecca Black still doing stuff?
Yeah, she made a comeback. Comeback in the sense, like, she's putting herself out there again on the internet.
I think she sings. I'm not sure, though. I can't verify that. Oh, that's a throwback.
Kate found
Nightcore,
out
oh my gosh.
Cascada is German recently, was shocked some people can sing in English so well. Never Gonna Give You Up is another classic there, Flo. Yep.
Yeah, there's something about singing that just like kind of unifies people's understanding of each other. And I mean that in every level possible. Can I please like go through here, or am I gonna just keep petting these? I won't open.
I hardly wait to tune into next stream on my new PC. Lord willing, also initially mashed 2 phrases and got can't hoping for a sec.
Where did the
that'll be
oh
nice.
This way, obviously.
So Do you have like speakers or something that you're already gonna like you already have as well for your audio like set up for everything, or headphones or something? Because now that you're getting a gaming computer, I don't know if you mentioned speakers or like a system for that, like unless your monitor has one built in already. You know, there's so many options for that.
Oh,
when I first got like a second monitor, like, well, it's used, I have this little switch thing that I can switch to be a second monitor for my laptop, or I can go to my like gaming PC. And when we do that, like the monitor I have doesn't come with audio, so I have to use different audio sources based on like which one I'm doing, whether it's work or gaming, which is fine. I like it that way. It's also like our little switch thing that we use like changes from blue to green. So like blue is more fun in gaming, and then green's like work, gotta get that money.
Oh gosh. Oh, I win.
No speakers yet, but the monitor does have speakers. Well, there you go. As long as you have some sound, you know.
my first ever build, I specifically, I didn't realize that the monitor wasn't gonna have speakers, but it wasn't too long before I was craving a second screen. So I got a second screen that had okay speakers. Still using that screen, by the way. Not as a primary, but it's right next to me where we keep OBS. So I can just literally turn my head to the right, and it's like, I remember you from like 2014. Isn't that nice?
And I'm using one of your other monitors that
one's from 2012.
Yeah.
That one's a little
wonkier. That one
wonkier.
I primarily use for like keeping like our calendar and like notes and things like that open. And then I have my widescreen, which is where most of the work happens.
The magic.
Most of the magic. Yep.
Oh, yes, what is it? What
But
is
yeah,
it?
we use our technology.
Nice.
We find uses for everything. Even my old Mac laptop, we use connected to our TV so we can like stream things without having to, you know, have a smart TV, because our TV's super old.
Thought you were gonna say, and this doesn't make any sense, but I thought you were gonna say connected tissue.
No.
Well, you know, myelin sheath and all that.
Right. And the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Oh, I barely missed. Is it? What's a riboflavin?
Come on, said I noticed the area you were in is called the Unfathom. On Flight Rising, there is a dragon breed called a Fathom, and they are a water dragon. Very cool.
Oh, can't wait to see that new dragon movie.
Oh, the
I can,
live
and I
action.
will.
So that's something we haven't talked about in a while. Doze and I did watch all 3 of the animated How to Train Your Dragon movies.
Go ahead.
I think it came out. Like, Doze and I watched all 3 of the animated How to Train Your Dragon movies, and we are ready.
Sorry, dude.
It's okay. Are you okay?
I didn't expect it to throw me up in the air and eat me.
But it did.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we want to watch the live action soonish, because we really liked them all. If you ever want to talk about it, like, let us know, because like Doza has a lot of feelings about that series.
What, about them all?
About the How to Train Your Dragon movies.
Oh yeah, so Noosh and I actually saw all 3
Oh
of
my
those.
goodness.
I'm joking. Oh my gosh, so pressed, so bothered.
Very much so.
Like me right now. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. It's cool though. There we go, got him. Okay.
The contact lens can help with sneaky boys like them. You do you. It looks even more like a face when you put it on its own separate comment like that. And all caps.
Oh no, it's fair.
It's looking at me.
I was like, I just feel silly to use. Frederick. No.
Flo, you are
This one.
so close to typing exclamation point points and getting your glob points number. I see you've tried pointy and
Oops.
pointers and oh wait, that's midnight coffee. You did point. You're just so close. It's an S.
You're an S.
Okay, so Shaky Gamer loved the How to Train Your Dragon movies. Which one was your favorite?
Oh, I'm so glad someone's seen them.
Dozer, which one's your favorite? I'm also asking Shaky Gamer or anyone else that's seen
Does
them all.
Midnight Coffee want that to be a quote?
What?
I didn't expect it to throw me in the air and eat me.
Yes. Did you say that?
I said it, yeah.
You sure did.
What do you think she's making it up?
No, well, I don't think she's making it up. But
Well, no, but like, what if?
I don't know if like Boxley might still be here to add it. If not, we'll save it to add it later.
Okay, this does decent damage. Nice. Okay.
Doza, which one was your favorite movie? You're the one who Doza asked me before stream, like he was like, "Can you make sure you bring this up, or like we bring this up somehow so we can talk about it? Because I want to talk about it." And now here he is, all engulfed in the game, and he's not talking about it.
Talking about
the movies. You clearly do not care. We talked more about the Snow White live action that we didn't like.
I was completely surprised by the first movie's premise because I thought the movie was just going to be like this cutesy feel-good film about like, oh look, you found a dragon, and I made up my own plot in my head. So the plot was this kid, he doesn't have any friends, nobody likes him, and he doesn't really get along with anybody and he tries, right? He's just super awkward, and he's not a tough, big, buff Viking like everybody else, and so he's like
Hiccup.
Yeah, his name's Hiccup, and he's like, oh, I don't really fit in, and I talk like this all the time, and then he finds a dragon, and then they become best friends, but everyone's scared, and then he's like, no, wait.
You don't have to give the whole synopsis for those that haven't seen it that may want to watch it.
It's my own made-up plot. I was telling you about what I thought the movie was about. Anyways, they learn to not be afraid, and then all the best friends. The end.
Anyways,
there was so much more.
So Shaky Gamer said the first, but the second made them have a lot of feels. Andrew also enjoyed the movies, and Andrew also has a question for you. So, well, he said he generally needed the contact lens in NG+. Mind if I tell you why, or should I hold off because spoiler?
No, you can. I mean, NG+ is, if I were to ever do anything with that, it'd be in my free time, of which I have none. So go ahead. You can say it. Is there a lot of, like, mimics? You know, like, way more, or, like, a lot of camouflage? I've noticed there's been more camouflage. I guess that wouldn't really be much of a... Unless the spoiler is, well, normal enemies can now have camouflage now, and it's like, okay, alright, that's a pretty big deal, but like, that's whatever.
I also don't think I remember that OG SpongeBob movie to that extent of the ugly eel things remind you of the deep sea. And like, Now That We're Men song. It's not, I can't remember. Clearly Doza remembers.
Now That We're Men.
And I think Streamlabs is working perfectly fine, Flo. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, maybe you should sleep.
And Kaman saw the third movie in theaters. So this, if I remember correctly, this live action is actually just the first movie reimagined in live action, like based on the animated movie, correct?
That was my interpretation.
So that's what we were hoping to watch next. I don't really have a like. It's hard for me to choose a favorite between the three. I honestly wish all three were just like one long movie. Which is kind of how we watched it anyways, like over time. I think I liked the third one to me. Well, the thing is the third one couldn't like run unless the first one walked, right?
Yeah.
So there's that. I'm also kind of curious about the books. Have any of y'all read the books, or are you purely just the movie fans?
We heard the movies. We heard the books. The books. We heard the books were much darker.
Like they start off kind of like childish, but as you go in, because there's like maybe a dozen books or something, whereas there's only like 3 movies. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get too many spoilers by looking up the book stuff without actually, because I don't want to like look it all up and then like eventually want to read it and then it's already ruined, you know? Come on, you've read the books. You've read all of them. So are the books like better than the movie, or the movie's better than the books in your opinion? And Flo, I'm glad you read books even if it's not these books.
Well, yeah.
Reading is good.
I'm glad, yeah. Also, these health bars showing up is super helpful. It just gives me an idea where things are, and like I don't have to constantly be whoa! Oh my god, it's a guardian.
Constantly be whoa. This is straight up Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild right now. We're going to Hyrule Castle.
I can hear the music now.
And Midnight Coffee said, when you think about it, Skyrim is kind of mature adult. How to Train Your Dragon, Nord's Dragons, and Old North. I mean, I don't know. I don't know enough about Skyrim either.
Here's everything I know about Skyrim. You can ride your horse up the side of a mountain. Doesn't matter the angle. And bust Roda. And that's all I know. Oh,
that's
arrow to the
knows.
knee. And the Thomas the Tank Engine and Master Chief. That's all I know. That's it. That's the end. I don't want to get hit. Oh my gosh. Can I block it? It's pretty scary. How do I heal? Wait, I can make it kill with other things. Yeah. Let's have it do that.
Never read the books because all the libraries said I was above that reading level. Yeah, so I hear it's for like obviously young child, like kind of like youth, right? I think it falls under the youth category for like the books, but people were saying that some of the themes get really dark later.
I think that's also a way to like, that's like a quote unquote nice way of making sure older kids don't hog
the books,
the younger kids' books under a false pretense. Not that you did this. Under a false pretense of like, no, I'm reading, I'm trying to learn, like that really annoying crap.
Kimon says the storyline in the book is very different from the movies, which is what I've been hearing as well. But like, I want to read the books, but then I wonder if like it's gonna like ruin the. It won't ruin the movie. I don't know. I'm still debating. I probably don't even have the time with all of the things on my current reading list, anyways. But I am hoping, like, maybe I'm thinking by the end of this year. Definitely during like the holidays and stuff, I kind of want to read a little bit more fiction than I have been, because everything lately has been so much nonfiction and like just, you know, learning things that I kind of want to take a break and go back to like the fiction that I used to love like as a kid, but now like look for like I have a list of these too, but I'm wondering if like these would be some easier reads to kind of quickly get through or something.
They might be. You should give it a shot.
And do you mean like the tragedy, like Faust, like Box Boy? Or like, I think that's what you mean. I don't think I read it like from like all the parts, that I have referenced it before for something.
Oh my god. Whew. Oh my god, I missed. Careful, Noosh.
Anyone else hear a phone ring? We didn't hear a phone ring.
It's this thing. That's what it's got a phone on its head.
Oh, it's the boss.
Yeah. Like who like, because phones don't sound like that anymore, because they're all cellular telephones.
Yes.
You know?
So I know of Faust, but I can't say I've read the entire thing. Like, have you read the whole thing, Box Boy?
Oh, I'm doing a thing.
We haven't played Pikmin yet. Apparently this is like a Pikmin boss.
Gunned him down.
Don't know if you saw it, but I said I needed the contact lens and NG Plus because of bop it worms everywhere. I did miss that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I absorbed it.
But we have it now. The bop it worm area is insane.
How do you get rid of bop it worms?
I don't know
like,
why.
Reliably. Because I don't know.
I think I combined like my thought process on something I was reading earlier. I've never actually played Bop It. I want to. You read it in 3rd grade? That's so cool. The most influential thing I read in elementary school that I probably should not have read in elementary school was The Art of War.
Well, you know, at least it was non-violent, right?
In a way.
In a way.
Well, I mean, it is. It's about strategy and, like, you know, things. And I proceeded to read The Art of War regularly. In fact, my most recent iteration of it that I read was this year. I actually listened to, or I didn't even read it this time. I actually listened to an audiobook version of The Art of War this year. And, like, kind of going back and reflecting on how The Art of War was for me, like, when I first read it in elementary school to now, like, having read it multiple times throughout my life, and then how it's applicable today has been wild for me. And the audiobook version that I listened to, it even had some really cool like music and like drums and like other things and stuff, and it just felt like, I don't know, it was a vibe. And I did it all on a plane ride like that we had recently. So that was all the more just contributing to everything.
I too like to indulge in things that make me feel empowered and are educational in nature. I was watching an anime while Noosh was listening to this audiobook.
Yes.
And I was just like, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know when you watch an anime, you're just like, yeah.
I don't think Krish is here today. Or we haven't seen him yet.
Never say never. Okay, where do I need to be going? I think I gotta
Boss
go this
with
way.
3 favorite books are all things he's read in 3rd grade, and in descending order, Don Quixote, Wuthering Heights, and The Stranger.
Oh, right. The Stranger's been brought up, I think, before.
Yeah. Doza, what was your first anime? That's a good question.
My first one ever? Like, youngest, earliest in my life, or like first one that I've like consciously like pursued? Because I guess earliest that I've consciously pursued would have been like Pokemon, right? Like that would have been the
Then that would have
earliest.
been my first anime too.
You know what? I think that's what it was. Like
Yeah.
I think it actually checks both boxes, to be honest. Yeah. But I guess outside of that, then, I mean,
Everyone's like Pokemon, same.
yeah, I mean, it's not like particularly unique or whatever, or interesting, but I think it's a wonderful anime. Like, Nush and I go back to it every few months, and we'll kind of rewatch like the first, 10
season,
to
because
20
like
episodes.
Squirtle Squad and Butterfree and just all the good vibes.
There's so many. Like, you can get to episode 50, and there's still so much more of the Indigo League to like just chew on and enjoy, and it's, I don't know, I just
a
really
vibe.
like it.
Andrew said, not sure if there is a good way because boppet worms can grow to 10 feet and they have legs all along their body that help hold them in,
Ugh.
drag prey down. Just reading that gave me
Yeah.
like creepy crawlies up my body. Like I chill, like not even chills or goosebumps. I don't know what I'm feeling right now.
I
But I
got
didn't
the
like reading it.
I got the choice. Yeah.
There
There was something else that we read recently that was like that.
I've been constantly being recommended Sailor Moon, and I've yet to see a single episode.
Huh.
But sometimes I'll see really fun edits from Sailor Moon, and I'm like, oh, that's a vibe. Or I'll see like some people that I follow for cosplay stuff that like do Sailor Moon like things. And I'm like, this is so cool. Like I feel like I'd be into it, but I've just never given it a shot, or I haven't had the time to give it a shot. Midnight Coffee likes or loved Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Beyblade, Sailor Moon, Digimon, Knights of the Zodiac, Inuyasha, Shaman King, Naruto, DBZ, One Piece, Bleach, Card Capture Sakura, and so many good ones.
Oh yeah, Card Captor Sakura, that's a good one. Yeah, I really like that one. Sailor Moon, my sister and I watched together a lot. I never could get into Beyblade, but I get the appeal. I was when everyone was into Beyblade, I was into Yu-Gi-Oh. And I haven't heard of Knights of the Zodiac.
Jigglypuff Seen from Above is such a classic. I know I know of quite a few of the ones that you've listed. There's some that I actually don't know, so that's interesting. Doze is definitely the anime person of the two of us, but I'm slowly getting there. I hold my own.
Yeah. You know, like Naruto's gonna happen, so.
Doza finally compiled our list so we could start it as early as maybe this weekend.
Is it my birthday? What's going on? I was expecting the summer. Is it the summer already?
It is the summer. The summer started on the 20th. We're already 6 days in.
I find a hard time like accepting that it's already summer. I don't know, like it's still March for me somehow. Even though I know it's hot, but I guess it was hot then too.
Shaky Gamer, I'm a big fan of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings as well. They're not like my top favorite books, but they are definitely up there and were very inspiring for me at a time in my life when I needed it.
I'm glad that you had that.
Those I had the movies.
I had the movies. I also have I have a couple of the games. And yes, the multiplayer ones. And also the Shadows of Mordor ones. I have both of those. I never even finished either one. I haven't played the second. I haven't even finished the first one.
A dream trip for us would definitely be going to like New Zealand to see like the filming areas of like the movies. It would be very cool. And the first animes for Shaky Gamer were Soid Racer, Rinnin Warriors, and Sailor Moon. I feel like there's a couple typos in there, like things. I don't know if I pronounced them all correctly. But yeah.
Speed Racer.
Oh, Speed Racer. Okay, that makes more sense.
Have I shown you that Speed Racer clip where Speed is the main character's name? He says to like another guy like, "Stop your crying. Get up. It's not going to do anything to change in it, like your circumstances." But he says it like very like the dude's like in tears and he's just very super nonchalant, slightly annoyed, and I don't know, it was just really funny.
Not much reading for Flo, but Flo does like the Kirby anime, which we knew.
Oh, Kirby Right Back at You?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Digimon and Pokemon were Kimon's faves.
I saw the first 3 Pokemon movies, and I definitely saw that Digimon movie with like the angel the Angelmon guy. Like that, it was so good. I saw it. Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Jesse and James, like being Team Rocket in Pokemon, like as characters, like their whole thing was very funny to me. So I did enjoy that, but I was also a little bit annoyed by them.
I was,
but like in a good, like I don't know.
It was like a good annoyance. Like, oh, we gotta get back at Team Rocket. Like,
yes, but eventually though, it was just like I'm tired of this. But early on, yes, let's do it. Make it double.
I get it. Like you're sitting there and you have to wait for the next like 30 seconds for them to
double
finish.
The trouble, double the fun. Yeah. And I'm glad you're excited for us to start watching Naruto. We'll definitely be talking about it here. It's not like we can spoil it for most people, right? Doza, this has been a long time coming for him, for me to finally experience it and like understand things. Though he's been talking about it our whole relationship and friendship. And he would constantly ask me things like that have ties, especially to Hindu mythology, because I'm very into that. And it's fun to answer those questions and have those conversations. So now to put it all full circle would be very, very cool. Prepare for trouble. Make it double. To protect the world from devastation.
To unite all peoples within our nation.
To denounce the evils of truth and love.
To extend our reach to the stars above.
Jesse.
James.
Team Rocket blasts off at the speed of light.
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Yeah.
Well, it would be Meowth, that's right.
Meowth, that's right.
We got no Meowth, so. Still, yes! Whoa! I'm gonna kill one of these.
Speed Racer is one of the funniest animes ever made, said Boxboy. We like funny.
Yeah, it is so funny. Like, I watched it all the time unironically as a kid because I was like, it was definitely around that, like, when all Cartoon Network during the day, they would just, like, put, like, Hanna-Barbera cartoons on, like Huckleberry Hound, and, like, or, you know, Gorilla the Gorilla. I don't remember what his name is.
Boxley said if I went down a list of anime, I would say people need to watch it would legit just become chat spam, so I'm going to not get into that.
Oh,
Shaky Gamer has a question for you, Doza.
Yeah, I have an answer.
Where did you get the list of episodes of Naruto that skips the filler stuff?
So you can find a list on, there are a lot of different lists, but you can find a list on Reddit. There was one, I actually, I hadn't watched Naruto in a long time, and that was scary. Woo. Anyways, I hadn't watched Naruto in a long time, like for myself, and I was looking to see if I could find a good list, and I find Reddit to be a really reliable place because, you know, the whole thing is essentially crowdsourced, right? So like you can sift through like bad lists very quickly because it won't have a lot of upvotes. So because the Naruto fandom is like super, oh my god, ouch, super passionate about what they consider to be good, you know. So you can at least count on that.
Wasn't there specifically like one for like how to like share Naruto with your girlfriend kind of situation?
Oh, there was that. Yeah, there was a guy who literally edited the whole thing down, but like that got taken down real quick. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like his whole point was like I wanted to make it enjoyable, but Naruto's got a lot of filler, right? And so like I'm finding a good middle ground by at least like doing what I think is going to be good enough, and like not watching the filler episodes and just kind of, you know, dealing with and hoping that Noosh can bank on the hype for the rest of it. You know, for those episodes that they're canon, they're in the manga, but are still like chock full of filler type stuff. Not necessarily filler story, but like, you know, like reaction shots, flashbacks, that kind of thing. Like that's also its own kind of filler. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Good.
And hey, Zingzong Gray,
hey,
how
how's
are
it
you
going?
doing? It's good to see you.
I'm gonna level up here, and
so I got a real personal and hard to answer question, maybe even a tad uncomfortable to think about. Ready?
Do all toasters toast? They all have the potential. I wouldn't recommend it because it could be a fire hazard. Thanks for asking.
Stay safe out there, folks.
Yeah, stay safe out there. Be sure to adhere to your toaster's manual. If it says to put bread and not toast, stick to that.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. How does it even know I'm here? Noosh. It's not your fault or nothing, but like still.
I didn't do nothing.
Exactly.
I've just been here.
Like a bill?
I'm just a bill.
Is there more than one?
I miss Schoolhouse Rock. There, I said it.
Is that good at me? Okay, cool. Whoa, it swung at me. That's fine. Yeah, and that's also fine that you said it, Noosh. That's
yes,
okay.
I'm only a bill. And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
What else does he say?
Well, it's a long, long journey to the capital city. It's a long, long wait while I'm sitting in committee. But I know I'll be a law someday. At least I hope and pray that I will. But today, I am still just a bill.
Dang. No, bro! There goes my freaking shell. Wait, did I actually get out?
Zink's actually playing Pokemon Scarlet. Nice. I hope you're having a fun time.
Damn. I hope so. Pokemon, which one? Scarlet? Is that a good one? Like, how does it run on the Switch 2? Does anyone know? Has anyone tried? We're gonna get this, and then... What does this power do? It didn't. Ah!
Imagine if the spider collected the crystals, though.
Yeah, I would have been so mad. Like, that would have pissed me off for sure. Just because it technically did it. Like, finders keepers.
Like, life must be very inconvenient for a crab like this, but think about, like, the humans that consume the crab legs. This would be, like, a good find.
It's a great find. This is like one of them spider crabs, coconut crabs. I don't really know.
Zink says it runs perfectly on Switch, too. Also, speaking of coconut, today is National Coconut Day, y'all.
Is it?
Yeah, what's everyone's favorite coconut?
Mine is the kind you can eat. Oh,
Okay.
because they have like drink coconuts. Like, I don't know what that's about. Like, I don't know how that's different.
You can drink a coconut.
I understand that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go with no shell. I'm really close to killing this.
Coconut cream pie, let's go.
No.
A lot more Pokemon can spawn apparently in Scarlet Violet. This is based on the Japanese spider crab. They do just straight up look like this and are very well known. Andrew likes coconut crabs, not to eat. I don't like seafood. That's fair.
That is totally understandable. Oh my gosh, that was difficult.
So if you don't like seafood, you probably don't like sushi either. Though there are some sushi that's like purely like vegetable based too.
Is that even called sushi at that point?
Yeah, it's just vegan.
Okay.
Vegetarian sushi,
Ouch.
vegan sushi. It's a thing. There's also dessert sushi.
Dessert sushi? Yeah, alright. Yeah, we getting... No!
Flo very much wants to know when you can max out the skill tree.
I'm really close to maxing it out. I wonder if I get something if I do. Oh my gosh. I want my stuff back. It's fun fighting them in a way, and also not at all. I wonder if these are the best powers to be taking on something like this. I'm just gonna run for it. Actually, no. I need to kill this. Actually, no. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Giant Japanese crabs are Andrew's favorite crustacean.
And you're their favorite too. Bang. Bang.
I 100% get how you feel, Joseph, is Andrew.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody does. I'm sure a lot of y'all do. Okay. Run. Oh, damn it. We're mildly safe under here. There's my stuff.
There's nowhere safe in the deep bottom, rock bottom situation that we're in, Doza.
Okay. How do I not have something on my weapon? Oh. Something's happening behind me, but I'm too scared to turn around. Okay. Get this on here. What? Whew. Okay. Those freaking snipers, dude. Like, oh my god. Okay. I think it's close enough to not aggro. Ooh. That was a close one. Why is this guy moving so much?
What is worse, the Guardian's piano or the spider crab scream?
I don't know. I guess the Guardian's piano. because like it's something that's born out of beauty and it's made to be bad. This is just bad. Like,
ooh,
it's just scary.
Midnight was like, imagine an unholy fusion of the two.
I could.
I am also a fan of the Bounty chocolate bars with coconut in them. Come on, those are really good. Sometimes when we can't find Bounty, there's another brand down here called Unreal, which are also like chocolate coconut little bars. They're really good as well. It's very similar.
Yes, fall off. Fall off, not me.
Andrew said, to be fair, I didn't get the parry while naked skill until after getting the adaptations upgraded, because he didn't intend to be shellless.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
At least you're not shellfish.
That tells me that there's no. Thank you.
Sorry.
No, that was great. Please don't apologize. In fact, when can I have you back again?
You said a crab fried this, Ross? Oh my gosh. Unreal is it vegan? I don't know. I just know we can get it at Costco in bulk. That's cool though if it is.
Oh my god.
It's kind of like what Almond Joy, which is also like chocolate coconut, but then it has like a almond inside. It's like that, but without the almond, really.
Did he just
and
shoot
better.
himself? What a dumbass! What?
What? We're talking about coconut chocolate, like the Unreal chocolate bars. You like them from Costco?
Oh yeah. They're pretty good. Pretty good.
Boxboy's gonna make that soundbite, like the fusion of the Guardian's piano and the spider crab scream. That's gonna be fun, I think.
It's gonna have like a very specific group of people that can resonate. Come on, stupid.
And
Get
we're
over
currently
here.
very behind on DMs flow, so I'm not even opening them until Doza and I have a moment to do it together.
Ow.
But we will get to them, hopefully this weekend.
Oh, it died. Oh my god, I blocked by accident because I forgot what button block was.
Doza, can you hit this thing in its phone head? Would that be a weak point?
I could probably shoot it in the face, but that's tough.
Andrew would rather fight Guardians because he learned the strat to parry.
Oh yeah, that is much easier. Maybe I can parry this guy, right? Like, same difference? But I am making progress over in this direction, so that's okay too. Get wrecked, dude. Whoa. That was cute. I'm glad it can't get through styrofoam. I thought it was earlier. Ooh, okay. Alright. I'm gonna bring this over here. I don't want to go out there. I've used this more today than I think I ever have.
Steam sale today, says Kirby. Guardians is on a deep discount.
Guardians. Which one's that one?
Guardians of the Galaxy? I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking.
We unfortunately will not be partaking in the Steam summer sale because our one big game of the summer is going to be Donkey Kong Bonanza, which
That is
releases
correct.
on July 17th.
And you know that ain't going on sale.
And as far as like games we've bought already for the summer, Elden Ring Night Rain, 2 copies of it, was quite the hefty price as well.
Yeah, that's like the cost of one Nintendo game,
Yep.
of which we're also getting, so you can imagine.
Yeah,
Whoa!
so we don't really, but we do have a lot of Steam stuff already that we haven't played. So there's, you know, things to look forward to regardless. And then, in addition, we noticed just the other day that there is a new game that has just been added to the Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah,
A
there
game
was.
that we have played the first 3 of. So this would be the last and 4th of the series, right?
I believe so, yes. I
So,
haven't heard of any others coming
We
out.
definitely need to create a thumbnail and play this game so we can finish off this series that we've already started on the channel. And not Uncharted. We did actually finish all of Uncharted, right? I'm making sure before I confirm, Doza.
Yeah, we finished.
We
Uncharted.
finished all the Uncharted games, but this is a different series that we played 3 of. Let me see if anyone can guess it.
We finished all the Uncharted games that we wanted to play.
It is Crash, Box Boy. We finished the Insane Trilogy, and the 4th one's on Game Pass now.
Can you believe it? It's a PlayStation game on Game Pass.
It's finally there. So, like, we definitely want to play that. And Deltarune, JK. Deltarune, I don't think is on Game Pass, but also, like, you know our plan for that.
Yeah. Oh, get wrecked, guys. Yes! I'm winning. And we're very slowly getting all of our stuff back. There's one up there. I just dodged just in case. I don't know what angle's gonna work. We need one more of these. We can get another upgrade.
Crash 1 to 3 is $4 on Steam sale at the moment. That's crazy. That's a very cheap cost for 3 games that we had a lot of fun with.
That's amazing. What?
Yeah,
like,
guys, you better cop that if you're a Crash fan.
Like, yeah, I mean, like, if you like games.
You got $4 to spare.
Yeah, $4.
That's less than a $5 footlong from Subway.
Yeah,
Subway.
that Subway. Yeah, that there. With our
And
stale
yeah,
bread.
I'm glad you
Warm tuna
one,
salad.
respect that, but also just that idea, like, we just want to wait. It's gonna be worth it for us for sure.
Ow!
That is less than a What-A-Burger, and it's gonna give you hours more fun than a simple meal at What-A-Burger.
Oh, earlier we were talking about. Damn it! Earlier we were talking about like getting like
Food.
Spending money on the cheaper items on a menu.
Oh yeah.
Something that I used to do, and this was super popular with me in college. Whoa! It was getting Whataburger Juniors. And like
The
getting
kids
like
menu.
yeah, like I'll get 3 or 4 of those because they were
Cheaper than
they were
full,
cheaper. I think they were less than $2 each.
but they were still as filling since you have.
Well, I
more
liked
of
the
it.
bread, and I was okay with eating bread. I'm not super okay with filling up on bread in general, but like I really like the Whataburger buns, and you can ask them to like make it extra toasty.
I eat more bread than Doza,
Correct.
and I'm proud of it.
There we go. Yes! Yeah! Weak point. Let's go.
Ooh, Crypt of the Necrodancer is only $1.50. See, like, it's $1.50, but when you're already over budget on your gaming for the summer, like, you know? And we gotta remember, there are a lot of games that we have on Steam, whether we bought them from sales past or we were gifted it by generous globby globs. Like, we still have so much we gotta do. But you're tempting us with every comment you make, Kirby.
I could die. I could actually die here.
Though, we should actually, the $4, you know what budget we haven't gone over yet for June? Our gifting budget. So Crash 1 to 3 for $4, we could give to a friend that's been wanting to play Crash.
That is true. Oh, I'm not going out like this.
Boxboy, I love that. My bread consumption puts ducks to shame.
Well, as we all know, bread's not good for ducks. But they're the easiest thing to give them. I know. How am I going to approach this one enemy?
And I am definitely keeping track of the deck predictions on our end too, Flo. Don't you worry.
Run for it!
And I don't think we're going to have a vote for the next game because with the timing of things, after another Crab's Treasure, we will be taking a little bit of a break in July because we have some work-related stuff. And then we will be returning for the New Shindoza anniversary party on July 16th. And on July 17th, we'll be starting Donkey Kong Bonanza. So that's kind of the plan for right now. It just depends on when another Crab's Treasure finishes and what we may or may not have time for in between. And like some of the other stuff happening in July. But things are quickly, like time's going by quickly. And hello, Mario Kart playlist. How are you doing today?
What is this? How's it going?
And Andrew said, might I recommend visiting the museum before streams end?
Yeah, we can give it a shot. How much time do we have? About 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gifts it to ourselves as a legal. No. Gifting budget is, we're very strict about it. Like, it's very much not for us, it's for others. Sometimes we don't actually hit it. We never really do hit our gift budget every month because sometimes we let it go, like we let it accumulate and save. So that way during the holidays, or other times like during Diwali and Christmas, which is big for both Doza and I and our families, like that's when we end up spending a little bit more on that. But then there's always birthdays to be had as well.
I feel like birthdays, there's a lot at the beginning of the year and a lot at the end of the year. So
but
it's
not
just,
as much in the middle.
Yeah, there's like a 5-month period where it's just like a landslide.
So a lot of that gets saved for the end of the year's holidays.
Right now is the lull, with the exception of Noosh, which is coming up not too long from now.
We actually won't be streaming on my birthday though. We're getting to actually work on a pretty cool project that will be out of town for and in a different city, a different state. I'm very excited. Like I don't mind working on my birthday. I work on my birthday all the time, but like it's fun that this time it's gonna be like on site, working on a filming thing, and I don't know, it's pretty cool.
I think so. Okay, you don't have to justify it. It's your birthday.
It is, yeah. That means I won't be able to stream on my birthday though, so that's a little sad.
That hasn't happened
like
in a while.
Yeah,
Whoa,
like I'll miss like hanging out with you guys, but yeah, I'm still looking forward to it.
That's a shortcut. Okay. Let me go back over this way before I go on over there. I'm gonna get that shortcut and then I think we'll go hit up the museum. I was gonna say menu. They're like, what am I ordering? Do I got food on the mind? We've been talking about food all stream, so maybe just like a little bit.
We had a pretty good dinner, but I'm still a little peckish.
Yeah, I mean it was so good, but
we basically had what we had. I don't know if we told you. Like yesterday, we did like a whole shawarma chicken, and like halal cart rice kind of situation. Well, today I ended up having falafels instead with the same rice, cucumber, tomato, like veggies and all that stuff. And then Doza did chicken with his again today.
Correct.
So I think like
I had one falafel though.
He did, just to try. And so we're actually going to be gone for like almost like a little over a week. So that's why I was saying like early July, like we will be flying out before. Maybe let's see how another Crab's Treasure plays out. Maybe we can do like an earlier birthday stream before we head out. And then we actually come home the day before we stream with our anniversary party on the 16th. So we'll see. And there's also like 4th of July like weekend, maybe, potentially. But
yeah,
it all depends, because we originally budgeted another Crab's Treasure to finish on 4th of July with it being like a longer stream. So maybe that 5th we could do something, but if not, it won't really work with our schedule. So we shall see. But good thinking, Midnight Coffee. Either way, I know we'll be back on the 16th and celebrating the entire Glob community together, so that will be really fun.
Oh yeah.
We're going to try to have those scheduled early July as well, so people know what's coming.
We'll do our best.
Box Boy, you know what? You're right. I didn't forget. And I knew you wouldn't forget either. So as a Box Boy's mentioning that we said the maze would be done before the Glob year ended.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I'm not dying here.
You know? It could still happen. We do come home that 15th in the morning. What if we stream that night and do the maze that night and get her done? And then do the anniversary on the 16th. And then do Donkey Kong Bonanza on the 17th. It could work. Or if we finish another Crab's Treasure early, then I know what's happening next week on stream.
What is? Just kidding, I know.
The maze.
Hold on on us.
We can actually do the maze on the Switch too now.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna look different.
We're gonna be all like, guys, it loaded really quickly. Isn't that crazy? That's something.
I don't think it's gonna take us until Friday of next week for this game, but I'm not sure. Does anybody know?
I don't
like,
feel
based
like
on where we are at right now, like, do you think it's gonna take 2 more Friday streams and a Wednesday and Thursday stream? That seems like a lot.
I know I seem like a lot, but like, it's okay.
Doza constantly says he's not dying here in video games, and then he dies there.
No, it's not happening. It didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
I'm still alive. I have like no resources. I've been without any for so long. It's like I'm waiting to get to the next bonfire to refill my flasks.
You know what's funny? Another game that we also said we want to do before the next lobbier was one that Jess has been waiting for since like year one. And Jess, our other mod, it's a game that would really only take like one stream, but we haven't had a time that works for her schedule and our crazy schedule, especially considering, and I cannot stress this enough, guys. I know it's like June and almost July, but this game, Another Crab's Treasure, is literally the second game that we're playing on stream this year.
Oops.
Second. 2. It took us almost half the year and we're not even done with our second game.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, you know, and while the end of last year was different too, like it's just, I never know what's gonna happen. I want to do all of the things and so does Doza, but it just comes down to time. And yeah, it's been a hectic year. I'm trying to give ourselves some patience and grace, and I know Boxboy, like, you're the main person. Like, I don't want to let you down. I want to do the maze, I swear.
Like, for real and not for fake.
Exactly.
Oops. I meant to go back in here. We're going to teleport back to the Undercity, and then we're going to go to the overworld. The city on top of the city. The rich people place. The museum.
Rock bottom. Got it.
Yeah, well, okay, alright. Yeah, pretty much.
I could tell you a range of how many mandatory bosses there are left if you'd like, though if not, I understand because spoilers.
No.
I'm more wondering a percentage. Like, if you were to give us, okay, like, based on what I know, you're about 75%, 80%, whatever, like, way through. And obviously we can't, like, because of spoilers, we're not going to know which bosses are, like, mandatory or not. But it's okay.
Which one should we upgrade next, Noosh? What do you think?
Everything's a dream if you just believe. And Doza, I have no clue. It's whatever you feel is best for the remainder of the game.
Let's go with more stats on this. This is pretty reliable.
What do you call someone who's travel ready in this deep sea?
Shall you later. I don't know.
It's the unfathomable.
Oh.
Maybe 70 to
Really?
80% is what Andrew says. Not sure.
See, that's what I thought.
Yeah, Doza said 75 earlier, so that's what we're thinking. And I mean, worst case scenario, we don't finish Another Crab's Treasure and we still go on to like anniversary day. And we don't have to play Donkey Kong Bonanza on the literal first day. We can keep going. Like, we're trying to give ourselves a little bit of never mind. Yeah. Doza's like, no, we're still starting on the 17th. He's giving me a look.
It's totally fine if we the first Donkey Kong game like this.
Maybe we'll need to add some weekend streams, like 4th of July weekend before we travel.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or do we add like Monday, Tuesday next week? That means we have to work over the weekend a lot more than we originally planned. And we're spending time with your family this weekend.
Dang it. Boiled again.
We can't cancel that.
We can't cancel the... It reminded me of the Grinch, but we didn't cancel before, so we can't say you can't cancel that again, which would have been the appropriate.
We also have a FaceTime with my family on Sunday.
Oh, true.
So Saturday is your family, Sunday's my family. Even if digitally, it takes time.
Gotta look
and
our
then,
best.
like Monday through Friday, that's the last week we have before we travel, and then before we come back for Noosh and Doza's anniversary.
Yeah.
And that's literally the next 2-3 weeks of our lives.
To sum it up.
Yeah.
I was here. I needed to do sell. That's all I have? Okay. Thought I picked up more. Anyways, let's go back
I like
to the
how
teleport
Doza's
thing.
guesses are always a Hail Mary. But somehow he still nails it.
Yeah, I mean, everyone can see the thread, right? That connects my thoughts to the prompt. Yes?
Yes.
She hesitated. She's like,
No, I was reading. I was getting ahead in the chat.
I'm never gonna learn
Well,
these
because
buttons.
Midnight Coffee said I'm going away from this game realizing I kind of love crabs. They're so cute, like Kril. Kril is adorable.
Crabs are cute in general. I mean, and they taste delicious. Let's
You
be
know
real.
how we were gonna get that rubber ducky that was like the Souls Praise the Sun thing?
Yeah.
What if we get a little Kril crab with it instead?
A little krill crab with a little rubber ducky on his fork?
No, a little Kril crab with like the Solaire.
Yeah, I mean,
there's something
that'd
out
be,
there.
That would be fantastic, because, I don't know, I really hope we get Another Crab's Treasure 2. Even if it's like a whole bunch of different
I don't know if they have
characters.
plans. Remember the new game from Aggro Crab, Pete? That
Yeah, I
actually
heard
did
about
way more in sales than Another Crab's Treasure in like a record amount of time, like less than a week.
Well, when you have to make those hard decisions, you're probably gonna get a peek too before Another Crab Treasure 2.
Probably. But their name is Aggro Crab.
Yes, the developer's name is Aggro Crab.
So what does that tell you?
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to believe if you told me that this was their last crustacean related, game that they were going to make.
Situation, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, it's not going to happen. Where am I going? Where's the
To
museum?
the museum.
Oh, it's right here.
Yes, it's a big building. Can't miss it.
It's that giant radio jukebox thing.
Doze's mindset reminds me of a telephone operator machine, says Alex Crusader.
What?
What does that mean? Also, welcome.
Mindset. Hello, how about I direct your call? Like that? No, it's the machine. It doesn't even ask you.
You can make a very basic computer using crabs, and MIT students figured out you could actually play Doom with about 14 million crabs. That is crazy and also awesome.
What is it? It's the electromagnetic waves of the brain of crabs, or they walk on a generator? Wow. This is morbid.
Look at her.
Look at all the different plugs she has. That's what that was.
Yeah, because electricity.
Oh,
Gotta keep this
that's
place running.
Really sad. That's so freaking sad. Whoa, Roland's actually dead confirmed. I didn't know that. Oops. Roland, Adventure, Crabital, of course.
It's kind of dark that they keep these here.
Yeah,
Like
but
this
what
is
is
the museum.
a gift
I
shop?
much prefer the Animal Crossing museum.
It's like a gift shop from, like, you remember the first SpongeBob movie?
Mm.
Or that's what, like, that was one of their core fears?
I clearly actually don't.
Or no. Like, okay, how about this? Do you remember what happened to Mr. Puff?
Mr. Puff?
Yeah.
Who's Mr. Puff?
Because it's Mrs.
Puff has a husband?
Well, she had a husband.
I didn't know that.
He's dead.
No one told me. This is a spoiler.
It's in the first 3 seasons, I think.
I don't remember
When
this at
Mr.
all.
Krabs like wants to like date Mrs. Puff, and he's like, "Is there a Mr. Puff?" And then I think
Became
that's how
a
it went.
lamp?
Yeah, he was a lamp. Yeah.
What?
One of those like with the little like little ball
Yeah, I know
metal
what you're talking
string.
about. That's just so dark, y'all.
It's super dark. What else am I looking for? I'm sure I'm gonna see another. Did you see that? That whole room was full of all the crustacean sisters, and there must be one with a bunch of guns that's gonna destroy me. Is there gonna be a giant crab? Where's another door? No door.
You get to acknowledge the knowledge of knowing, Flo. That's what you get.
I hope tomorrow my button prompts work so I can have all the knowledge.
Acknowledgement is so much fun.
That'd be great. Oh, this is one of the wings.
Read the thingies. The scientific names they have is cool.
That I will read a couple of them. I'm not gonna read them all right now. Is it this one's the one that's gonna have? Oh yeah, that was so cool. The first time we ever went in here, that was great.
Museums
Super
are awesome.
Yeah, I just love seeing things that have been dead for thousands of years, or in this case, like 15 minutes. Yeah, we saw.
I love
this
seeing
room,
things
too.
that were stolen from other countries and brought here for education.
I love it when they charge me an entry fee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this guy. Oh, and he's eating
You stole
one.
something, put in a building, and now you want me to pay to see what you stole? What do you
Pseudo
mean?
Carcinus gigas. Oh, that's cool. Okay, yeah, I can at least read the sign.
There's an optional boss you missed that has a gun.
No. I guess that is what that means.
We also go to museum on free days, based on like our where we live kind of thing.
What's this one say? Metacarcinus Magister. Oh wow. Very official. My only cross with Magisters is just like from Divinity, because the Magisters are like, they're kind of like the bad guys, sort of. Omarus Gamaris. Okay, that one I don't understand. I'm sure somebody who knows all about, what do you call it, crustaceans would do better. But anyways, that's what we're gonna look at for today. That was pretty cool though. I didn't realize that they had the science names. I like it. Okay, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We're gonna stop it here because we got stuff to do, and I wish we didn't have to do it. But tomorrow's
Friday.
This is Friday. You know what that means. If you don't know what that means.
It's a longer stream. And also, Mario Kart, I love that you ran up and down the museum steps in Philly at the art museum like in Rocky. I've never seen Rocky, but that scene is so iconic, I do know of it. But yes, that's it. Good night, guys. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow for longer stream and more progress in another crab's treasure. And maybe we'll find out why you said a crab fried this rice.
Maybe we will.
Good night.
Night.